Now, this program was made not in 1969, but 25 years on. It was looking back in 1994, which already now is 15 years on. But it was looking back 25 years later at what Woodstock was and what it meant. And so in some way you have got to draw the listeners in, tell them a story and create a mood. Now you've got a fixed amount of time. It depends what your feature is. Your feature could be a package of 4 minutes, 5 minutes. But basically the BBC features are, they used to be in my day, half an hour. 28 minutes essentially, 28 minutes 30. That's now cut down to 22, 23 minutes, 25 minutes. But you can have features as long as an hour or 45 minutes. But you need a solid chunk of time. You have a beginning and a middle and an end, and you must create a mood. So this is Woodstock, a program about Woodstock, 25 years later.
Came upon a child of God. He was walking along the road. We are stars. We are
Woodstock was more than just a concert of rock music in the country. It was an unprecedented and historic gathering of youth. The month before, Apollo 11 had loosed the bonds of Earth and carried the first man to walk on the moon. At Woodstock, the unconventional younger generation of Americans, the counterculture as they were then called, seemed to be blasting off too into their own kind of space in the astrological age of Aquarius. Like the moon landing, Woodstock could be seen as an evolutionary step, but it also seemed a metaphor for our species crammed together on spaceship Earth.
And so, what are you trying to do? You're trying to marry the speech to the sound. You're trying to get voices that are authentic. Now, Tom Law, who was a long-haired hippie, you saw him doing yoga in the film Woodstock. He was an authentic guy who was there. Duke Devlin, Hip Van Winkle. You know, a guy who never left the place and still loved it. These people talking about it. And it's like history now. It's gone, but it's got something, that program, because the music is caught from the time. The first person you hear is Joni Mitchell singing, and she wrote that song. She was held up. She was meant to sing that, but she couldn't get in, so she wrote this song. I Came Upon a Child of God, that one. But it is a rather remarkable occasion. The fact is that the next year you get a concert like Altamont where the Rolling Stones are, and they've got security provided by the Hells Angels, and a man is beaten to death. Now, there were no deaths at Woodstock, and it was this time out of war, which is why it's become mythic in a way. And you try to catch some of that with the program. I mean, obviously, you spend hours gathering, and you gather far too much, and then you've got to whittle it down, pull it down, and try and get the best bits. Now, you could make hundreds of different programs. There were all kinds of programs that went out at that anniversary, and every single person would make a different program. Your program, the one you have to make, is what you feel good about, what you feel is right for you. I made hundreds of radio programs, and the real enjoyment is trying to find things that are true.